Hi, I'm Matthew Hoelscher, founder of Parent Marriage Coaching and creator of the Emotionally Connected Couples Coaching Program. Today we've been discussing sex, baby, and pregnancy, and today is part 3, how in vitro fertilization can destroy the sex life in a marriage. There are some common issues that come in on this very specific task. When couples have trouble conceiving a baby, they will turn to IVF in order to get the help they need to create the baby that they both cherish and desire. And this is a worthy goal, and if necessary, a path that does lead to great results, but also creates another whole host of problems in a marriage that few people talk about and few couples are prepared before they make this decision and before they go down that path. So I want to go over some of the common things that I hear in my coaching practice from couples that have gone through IVF, had their baby, and are now trying to deal with the aftermath and put their marriage back together. So the first thing that couples go through when they're choosing to go through IVF is dealing with the feeling of being broken. It gets to be, often there's a lot of finger pointing about whose fault is it and why we can't have a baby. Is the wife not so fertile? Is she not being able to conceive? Is she not letting go of enough eggs? Are the eggs too hard? Or is it the male's fault in that he has low sperm count, or they're not having sex often enough, or you don't know what's going on? So there's a lot of finger pointing. And the first thing to understand is, though, everybody is different. And it's not about being broken. It's about doing what you need to do to make it happen, because love is unconditional acceptance. And until something happens that breaks that condition, you never really understand what love is. And can you love your partner even if they can't give you a baby? I know that's a big question, but it's what opens your heart to the point of marriage, and that when you choose someone, you don't always have all the information. You don't know everything until you go on this journey, and you're going to have to heal and stay together when you discover things that you may not have known up front. You're not broken, you're just different, and you're going to have to work through this as a couple and a team. If you stay committed to each other, you'll be able to go through this and create some wonderful results. The next thing is, once you decide to do IVF and you start with the first phase, which is usually a lot of shots and treatments and keeping a very tight schedule and timing, is that it is extremely unsexy. I mean, the shots have to happen at predictive times over and over every day, and then you start keeping track of a calendar with that perfect ovulation window, and you're like, okay, now's the day, let's go, let's have sex. And first of all, it's not sexy in the first place, so you start to lose your turn on from your partner, and it starts to feel extremely mechanical and unemotionally connected. It's the complete opposite of disconnection. You literally do feel like a sperm donor, or that you're just trying to get a deposit. Like, come on, cook up a good batch, it's go time, let's go. And it takes it away. And we think that men just want to have sex, but they don't. Men need to be emotionally connected to their partner too. They want to feel sexy. They want to feel desired. They want to feel wanted. And those are the emotional feelings that really creates a good batch and keeps you fertile, keeps your body turned on and willing to receive. Because the problem with IVF is that you're under stress because you're not conceiving, and then you're under more stress trying to go through the treatment, trying to stay on schedule, and stress in the body triggers the body, and it tells your body, hey, this may not be a good time to conceive. If you're stressed out, now is not the time to be having a baby. So keeping your stress under control and keeping each other connected is probably the most important thing you can do, even when you're choosing to go through IVF. To find a way to make that schedule and to make it feel loving and to feel connected and create a ritual that you both feel like it's loving attention and worship towards each other will actually help you get to your goal faster than if you sign up for it but then resent it and not go through the process with that warm, open, loving mind. So besides the rigorous schedule, because you're paying so much money, it's natural to create a high expectation of success. You're spending so much money, putting in so much effort, it's like you feel like you earn it, you deserve it, it's supposed to happen, you're supposed to have a baby because you're trying so much harder, you want it so much more than these other people that just like, boop, oh, I'm pregnant. Whereas like, oh, it's an accident. And you're like, oh, I want this so badly, that it creates an expectation, and that expectation is a desire, and when you get too attached to a desire, it creates pain when it doesn't happen. And that pain can then get projected onto your partner when you look every month and be like, oh, no baby. All right, let's go. Shots. Oh, off in the window. Let's go. No baby. So with those high expectations, you have to remember that no matter what happens, that you're going to love your partner and that the two of you are in this together. Because those high expectations, not only does it hurt when it doesn't happen, it hurts 3 times as much when it does happen and then there's a miscarriage or a failure. You work so hard for something, and the moment you get that news that it's like, yes, there's baby there, and you're like, woo, yeah, we got it, we're there, we did it, it was all worthwhile. And you start to see that future with the baby, and you start visualizing everything that's going to happen, and the baby shower and a stroller, and then you get the news that there was a miscarriage or that you've lost the baby, and it's like, oh. We get into relationships so that we can emotionally handle each other when we can't handle ourselves. And the most difficult thing that I have to help a couple go through is a miscarriage or the loss of a child, because it literally destroys both of you at the same time in different ways. And you both start clinging to each other for support and help through this difficult time when each of you have nothing more to give. You need from your partner needs from you, and it's like it just tears you apart because you're destroyed inside. If this has happened to you, this is the most important time to reach out for professional help to intervene and help you both work through your loss and your grief and your expectations so that you can both feel whole and connected again, and then come back together and remember why you're a couple and why you want to be together. This is the most difficult journey that a marriage has to go through. The whole purpose of marriage, besides companionship, is the creation and the growth and the nurturing and the enjoyment of children. So when that doesn't happen, it's the most painful thing that a marriage has to overcome. And that's when you need the most help. So, I know this isn't a pretty picture. Many people who choose IVF do have successful outcomes and do get the baby of their dreams. But there is the backside. There are the unintended consequences that I want you to be prepared for, and that you know what to expect before you start going down this path, because it is an emotional roller coaster and it may tear you apart and it may push you to a place that you never thought you could go to. But I've seen so many marriages go through this, overcome, and become stronger, because it's what you do together that makes you stronger. And as long as you turn towards each other, you share your emotions with each other, you share your fears with each other, and you keep turning towards each other, it's amazing what you can create and accomplish together. I'm Matt Hoelscher, founder of Parent Marriage Coaching, talking today about IVF and the complications that it causes in marriage before and after you have a baby. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on my website or give me a call anytime. My office is in West Kendall, Florida, suburbs of Miami. My name is Matthew Hoelscher, founder of Parent Marriage Coaching and the creator of the Emotionally Connected Couples Coaching Program.